Borealis experience. I'm your host Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. I hope you're doing well. I just came home from a long winter walk. It's still very cold here in Canada, so my nose is a little stuffed up, but I think it will clear as soon as I talk myself warm here. Yeah, today I want to talk about introverts, extroverts, social anxiety, alone time. I feel there's a couple people out there who call themselves introverts and their nature is not really introverted. They're just extroverts who went through some stuff and feel hurt and shame and resentment towards people, and they're kind of hiding, avoiding, and social situations. They are trying to control the situation and be how do I put it into words? Be very short. So I know I've been socially anxious for many years, and I always, after 2 hours, I always needed a break from people and needed to be by myself again. And sometimes also didn't really feel comfortable in a group setting. For me, one-on-ones were always best. And I listened to that podcast at some point where she says, you don't really need alone time. You don't need much time with yourself to recharge your batteries. There's a certain amount of time that is good and healthy, but if you go over that time, it's really a sign that you're not comfortable being authentic with people. And just think about it. If you could go out there and be the person you are when you are with yourself, you wouldn't need much time off from people. You could be around people all the time because you could be yourself. What is so extremely exhausting is to having to put a mask on, is to having to listen or endure situations when we could simply set boundaries and be very clear with how we want to be communicated with. And it was such an eye-opening moment for me. That's why I want to share it with you when she said that, because up until then I thought, I was pretty extroverted as a child, and then I became more introverted. I had my experiences and they kind of shaped me so intensely that I'm an introverted person now, and I will be for the rest of my life. So see what I was doing there? I was letting my ego, my monkey mind rule my world and define my behavior, my social behavior, and let it shape me. And when I listened to that podcast, all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, this is exactly what I'm doing. I go and meet up with friends, or I'm open to meet new people, but only under very certain conditions. And afterwards, I'm always so exhausted and annoyed and resentful that I need a 3-week holiday afterwards. And then I started to notice, okay, what is it that I'm doing that exhausts myself, that makes me feel, bad after socializing? And I observed myself more and more and was realizing, sometimes when people over-explain, or story toppings, when you explain something to someone, give them a situation, and then they come with a similar situation and it's twice the length of your story, and you feel like, okay, well, did you really listen to my story? Or were you just waiting your turn? And so I learn slowly but surely to see these things, observe these things, and I'm still at the point where I don't really know how to express myself and how to tell people, okay, this is something I'm not really interested in listening, and can we talk about something else? Or can we go for a walk now, because sitting here and talking makes me feel kind of trapped or something. So I, for instance, feel trapped very easily, but I used to just leave and find an excuse to make the conversation short or the meetup short. And now I just tell people, hey, I need something else now. Do you want to join me for a bicycle ride, or do you want to go swimming? So slowly but surely it makes me a way more social being, and it makes me feel very, very good, because I also feel that I can be authentic and really express myself. And the beauty in that is that people also get to know me and know, oh, Aurora is not avoiding us. Aurora doesn't want to keep us on a distance. She just needs, a little bit of diversity, maybe a little bit of ADHD going on there, which is beautiful. We all need like stimulation and things that bring us joy, expand our soul. And it is beautiful to see that in the other person, and to know that the other person wants us to be part of it. I think a lot of times my friends felt I didn't want to spend as much time with them. I was very secretive, and I was. And it was not that I didn't like my girlfriends. It was that I needed a different stimulation. So if you observe that in yourself, maybe you call yourself an introvert, and maybe I was able now to make you realize that maybe you're a little more extroverted, and maybe you're very good with people, yet you are not very honest with yourself and with them, and that's something you can learn. You can learn to be more expressive again and more authentic, and you will see that it will save you so much energy and make you feel so good. A very good friend of mine, for instance, when she invites people to her house, she always has coffee and cake and is like the super host. And I don't know if, like, I know I don't do that, and I couldn't do it. My friends don't expect that from me. And that at some point, she said, I wanted to invite my girlfriend, and then I told her, you bring your own cake today, and we can only make tea. And it maybe came across a little rough, but I was so proud of her at the same time that she was able to set that boundary, and that she communicated to her friend, hey, I want to connect with you, I want to see you, but I want to keep it simple, and I don't want all that fuss around it because I'm exhausted. So can we please keep it low key, and then everything is fine. The most important thing is that we let people know that we want to connect with them and want to be in touch with them, and then they should be pretty cool and lean back with whatever you got to offer, and everybody is happy. So reflect about this a little bit, about your introvertedness, your extrovertedness, and your social anxiety. Social anxiety is a major complex topic. I can only say that the more you know that you're good with yourself, you know yourself, and you express yourself honestly, the better you feel, and the more you will attract people into your life that are good for you and who understand you. Thank you so much for listening to the Borealis experience today. I'm your host, Aurora, and I'm just incredibly grateful to be out here serving you, giving you peace and maybe some joy, and maybe help you to get to know yourself better and to be a happier person out there. All right, until tomorrow again, bye-bye.